kaugnay po sa mga napiling miyembro naman ng gabinete ni incoming President Rodrigo Duterte, makakapanayan po natin ang political analyst na si Professor Ranjit Rai ng UP Diliman. Magandang tanghali po sa inyo, Professor Ranjit. Si Connie Season po ito ng Balitang Hali.
Hi, good afternoon sa inyo at saka sa mga televiewers.
Reaksyon niyo po doon sa mga ilang personalidad na pinili ni incoming President Duterte para po maging miyembro ng kanyang gabinete?
First of all, itong process ng pagpili ng cabinet members, prerogative talaga ng presidente ng Pilipinas yan. Pero very clear naman sa kanya na may criteria siya. Obviously, number one is competence, kakayahan, di ba? Pangalawa, syempre, yung trust and integrity, trust, confidence and integrity, importanteng bagay sa kanya. Pangatlo, syempre, alam mo, top management, isang dictum to sa public management. Ang top management ng lahat ng gobyerno, talagang political yan. Meaning, hindi lang managerial issues na tinitingnan. Tinitingnan rin kung paano makakadala ng coalition ng support, coalition of the willing sa bagong administrasyon. Kaya makikita nyo, mix ho yung choices niya, talagang lahat ng factors na yung pinasok niya. Let's give the president the leeway to choose the way we gave the last president the leeway to choose, di ba? Remember, there were talks about Pakito Ochoa, unknown, di ba? Pero ang basic reason kung bakit kinuha siya ni President Pinoy was he was not just competent, they were best friends. Alam mo yun, they're close. Kasi kailangan ng executive secretary, somebody you can trust and you have the confidence to work with. So, it turned out na magaling si Executive Secretary, di ba? So, this is the same kind of balance, no? Or this equation that the President's trying to make. Confidence and trust, at the same time, competence, character. And also, always mindful that the cabinet should not work in a vacuum. You have to work with the political forces around you. You're trying to build a new coalition. You don't have an established political party, so you have to bring in everyone so that you have a coalition government which has a strong mandate with the vote, but at the same time a strong base of support in Congress and people who really know how to deal with our political system and the bureaucracy.
Okay, kasi ang sinasabi ho nila sa sobrang diverse po nitong mga pangalan, naririnig natin, baka sila mismo daw ang magka-conflict. At syempre, ang magkakaroon ng question dyan, kung talaga hong mismong si incoming President Duterte ay magkakaroon ng partisipasyon. Halimbawa, kung pagbabatiin, papaano ba yon? Or talagang magkaroon ng gulo, no, amongst them. What do you say about this?
I think it's all speculation at this point. Right now, I don't see why. Una-una, it's true. Marami siyang kinuha na medyo meron siyang kinuha na hindi masyado kilala, di ba? Pero these people, in his view, are very competent because he grew up with these people in law school, in Davao, and he has personal knowledge of their capability and their integrity. So yan ang isang issue. So yung mga tao na hindi kilala ng karamihan na kinuha niya, yun yung naging basis talagang integrity, competence. Now yung possible conflict, speculative yan, hindi pa naman natin alam kung sino ipapasok ng kaliwa. At saka marami pang negosasyon yan bago mangyari yan. Nandiyan pa yung, hindi pa natin nakikita yung listahan ng mga competent na women na papasok sa cabinet, di ba? So I'm thinking in the process of building a strong management team, the manager has to have some leeway to choose people he trusts and people with competence. Naturally, whether you're talking about the president or a simple barangay council here or an organization, a private organization, you have to get people you can work with. And this is what this president is doing right now. Nakita niya lahat kaibigan niya, pero mga kaibigan niyang probinsyano na lahat magagaling, mga valedictorian, hindi lang basta-basta kasi kung talagang walang merito, puro mga politiko at puro mga bayad utang sa kampanya pinasok niya. Kaso mga pinasok niya, talagang mga kakilala niya Kababata niya, kaklase niya. Alam mo yun, tapos lahat sila, yun nga lang, ang dami kasabi, taas kilay siguro sa iba. Hindi naman kilala sa mga tao na to, pero hindi, kilala sila ng presidente. The president has trust in them.
What about yung impact po sa tingin niyo sa international community nitong pagtatalaga ho ng sa gabinete niya mula po sa Communist Party of the Philippines? Will this have an impact in terms of
We have yet to see who the people are. They're not the hierarchy has already of the left has already suggested that they will get people from the who are not necessarily members of the CPP and PA. I don't see this to be too troubling. It depends on who the candidate is, and plus, the Duterte, the incoming administration is saying that they're still going to vet. Hindi naman automatic na kung ano sinabi ng kaliwa, tatanggapin nila kagad. Siyempre, may proseso. Dadaan rin ho sa proseso ng kanilang kanilang vetting system. So, yun ang nakikita. It could work. My student, si Richard Hayderian, was right. No? These appointments could work either way. No, it could either redound in good, okay, or it could be a bad choice. But either way, the president has the power to change people naman.
All right.
And
Hopefully,
he has
maging maayos po ang
promised,
lahat, no, Professor, para sa atin.
Oh yes, let's give this government a chance. Yun lang nasasabi ko. Let's wait for all the names
Okay.
to come out. Yeah.
Sige po, maraming salamat po, Professor, sa inyo pong binigay sa aming oras.
Salamat po. Salamat.
Yan naman po si Professor Ranjit Rai, a political analyst.